Tomorrow, the report from the Royal Commission of Inquiry into the terrorist attacks on March 15 will be tabled in Parliament. When we announced the terms of reference for the inquiry, the intent was very clear. We wanted to ensure that if there were any failings by government agencies, if there was anything that could have been done to prevent the attacks, that we identified them and that we learnt from them. This is an 800-page report. It is comprehensive, but also for many, it will be very difficult because by its very nature, it revisits the events of that day and what happened leading up to it. I just want to acknowledge that, therefore, it will be a difficult few weeks for many. Cabinet met today, and as part of the tabling process, the government will release some very initial responses to the findings and recommendations of the Royal Commission's report. But as you can appreciate, it won't be a report to everything in its entirety. Some of the recommendations will take a longer period of time for us to develop a response to. The recommendations span across a number of areas. They don't just relate, for instance, to our security and intelligence agencies. And so it will take some time for us to be able to implement some of the findings. However, some we will be able to move on quite quickly.
What do you mean? Will you be apologising to the Muslim community for mistakes and failures made by the government?
You'll appreciate that any response to the report, I'd want to leave until we can actually share it with you publicly. That will enable us to give a bit of context to our response, but it'll be much easier for us to do that once you can see the report for yourselves.